Okay, Twitch chat and YouTube, we're here. Vintage challenge time. We're gonna run back coveted jewel shops. I had a blast on Wednesday, one of my favorite videos of all time. So if you haven't already seen that, go back, check out the last video before this one. It was an absolute banger. Basically what we tested out was some Kappa Cannoneers inside of the jewel shop shell as a way to play against fair decks and collector roof. We're running that back today. The only changes I've really made is I made some swaps in the sideboard. I took one Cannoneer out and I was going to put a Seagate Restoration in, but I decided I didn't really like Prismatic Prism, Prismatic Prophetic, one of those prisms. And so I wanted to try something else in the 2-drop slot. I thought about putting like 2 Grim Monoliths and a Voltaic Key, or 1 Grim Monolith and a Voltaic Key, but I decided I wanted to try some Moon Silver Keys. Moon Silver Key does tutor Jewel. The whole idea with Prophetic Prism was probably to, find action or fix mana. This kind of does the same idea. It's always going to be able to find a coveted Jewel. So I also, instead of adding a Seagate Wreckage, which was my original plan with Kappa Cannoneer getting cut, one Kappa Cannoneer getting cut, I instead added the basic island to the main. That way I could always use the key and search for the basic island if I wanted to, play around Collector Oof or something like that. The downside of this is that I am down another blue source for my Force of Will, which puts me at 20, I believe, 4, 12, 15, 20, which is low. I was thinking about adding a Seagate Wreckage or Seagate Restoration, which would have kept it at the same, but I'm going to go with this one for now because I wanted to test out the key, and I think it's worthwhile to have the island in the main if we are testing the key. Obviously, for the most part, this key is just going to find coveted Jewel. But I think having the option of getting an island it's pretty good. It's a reasonable idea. So I also added 1 card in case we get paired against Discover so we can just mice. They definitely won't have the Force of Will from my archive trap this time, I swear. All right, here we go. Round 1, Vintage Challenge up against Canister. I've got a banger of a hand. Let's begin. Canister has a pretty wide range. I don't know what he's feeling these days. Oh, back on Bazaar. Well, this hand was a little bit rough against Bazaar, but not terrible. Like, obviously, Misstep is not super strong. Kappa's not super strong. So we really only have 1 action spell and have to hope it resolves. Not the best. We don't have turn 1 Jewel unless we hit another Moxen. Why is it so cold in my house? Wait, what? This man just put a Street Wraith in their Dredge deck? Okay. It's pretty good. Dredge 5. It's an interesting idea because it speeds the deck up, and the deck is a little slow right now compared to some other decks in the format. Hit Creeping Chill Narcomoeba. 2 Icarids. Hollow one. All right, well. I only have 4 cards in hand. Force is pretty bad. I guess it's pretty good because it's going to mean my Jewel might resolve. So maybe I'll be able to combo off next turn. So actually, I'll take that back. Force, if we don't die, Force seems like it would be good. I'm going to hold this Metamorph so I can Jewel. But right now I'm taking 11. So... But I do have an answer for a Dredge, 1 Cabal Therapy. They currently only have a single dredger in their yard. It's going to be close. It is going to be close. Probably fix. Is he double queuing? Okay. Yeah, I can't really get away with double queuing. One, not really fast enough, and two, it makes the content a lot worse. I think this game looks pretty good for me. It kind of depends on how much life I'm left off with, because obviously you want to use life to pay for Metamorph. And also depends on what they hit off this Bazaar. If they have second Bazaar, we can't win probably. Like, how many creeping chills do they hit? Hey, no props. They have Silver Moot Ghoul. That's cool. I like this. This is an interesting new build. I think some of the Japanese players were playing it. So right now I'm taking down to 10, down to 7, down to 4, down to 3. So I can play one Metamorph. They also have one more Dredge 5 here, so could hit more chills. Didn't hit any chills. Okay, so now this looks winnable. Because I'm at... It does mean I can't play Force and pay 2 life for Metamorph. Looks like no bridges, maybe? So we have 7 draws this turn. Yeah, this seems pretty winnable. See if we can figure out a turn 2 kill here. I know that some of these lists were playing forces in the board and just trying to be as fast as possible in game 1. I think Canister would probably play forces knowing Canister, but there's a PO, so this looks pretty good for me. Let's start with a Jewel. Okay, all right, this game looks pretty over. Do I want to pay a blue mana? So I think I can just play Crypt. I can save this because I'll have 4 mana to PO still. Yeah. All right. Yeah, this looks 1. All right, turn 2 kill here. Not bad. I'm just gonna go get a Voltaic Key off of my Mana Crypt. Or sorry, I'm gonna get Time Vault off of my Mana Crypt. And then play a Karn. I'm gonna go get a Voltaic Key. Then I'll probably play some Capos. Let's do another Kappa. Go to the next turn. I don't know, pitch some Ancient Tombs. Eight, 17. I think that's enough. Yeah. All right. Nice turn 2 kill. Game 1 versus Dredge. Canister typed Kappa in chat. Okay. All right. So what do we want to do? We want to bring in Defense Grid, Soul Guide, Crypt, Needle, Cage, Trinisphere, maybe. And we want to take out Karn, Kappa, Island, Misstep. We're going to be pretty low on blue cards. Do we want to just take out Force? Probably not. Force is probably still fine. Maybe like one key like this. 1, 5, 15, 17 blue. It's pretty low, but I mean, you only need one Force. And we're playing Grid. I think it's fine. All right, see if we can get another win in the next 2 games versus Dredge. I assume they'll bring in like, I don't know, Vigors, Forces, something. I gotta go see what this Dredge list looks like from what I had written down. I had posted the Japanese list at one point. So there was forces in the board and vigors in the main, but we didn't see that here. It's very likely Canister built his own list. Okay, there's some forces. 2 forces are gone. This hand doesn't really do anything. Is this hand a keep? Kind of think if it had a graveyard hate card, it might be a keep. It's pretty close. I think Sphere is okay, but not great because they're playing like a lot of things that come back from the yard. We have like a million payoff hits. I mean, it's a fast hand, but it doesn't have anything, so I'm just gonna mulligan it. This hand has turn 1 Forge, turn 2 Jewel. I think this is better. It's kind of slow, but at least it progresses our game plan. They powdered again, and then it kept a 6. And they have 2 less forces in their deck. It's true. Oh, sorry, I don't know why I'm so cold. Yeah, this hand's very bad against Vigor. I think that's okay. All right, hollow 1, 2 dredgers. The Trinisphere hand wasn't bad against Vigor. I could always Metamorph hollow 1. I guess if I get Vigored and I lose my Forge and my Soul Ring, then I can't play Jewel, which would be bad. Hope they don't have a misstep. That would be pretty bad as well. At least I guess it might be slightly better for us than if they had full four. I don't know. Basically any interaction from our opponent is going to slow us down tremendously with this hand. I could have mulled again, but this seemed like pretty reasonable. So, like this could easily hit Tormod's Crypt, multiple Moxen. All right, they have a force. So they pitched their 3rd and 4th. That's their 3rd and their 4th forces. So all of the forces are gone, but they've already made it to turn 2. So forces don't matter much anymore anyways. So they are playing Unmask as well. Creeping Chill. 1 Narcomoeba, 1 Chill. They do have Vigors as well. 2 Vigors. So they might have like 4 Unmask, 4 Force, 4 Vigor. The good news is, never mind, there's no good news. Second Bazaar is rough here. If they hit, it doesn't look like they have Cabal Therapy though. So we actually probably get to Jewel and maybe combo off here. Yeah, so no therapy means I think we probably just win. I don't know if this wins from here, but it looks pretty promising. I think we start by just jamming a Jewel. Okay, let's do Ancestral. Okay. Let's do another Jewel. I mean, this deck is so explosive. Well, I drew sideboard cards now, which is not ideal. I need to hit a PO. I hit all my sideboard cards. So I will lose if this probe doesn't hit PO or Jewel. I died. Wow. I've never failed a combo when I played 3 Jewels. Huh. That's pretty crazy. I was missing for a long time here. Huh. That's pretty crazy. I didn't really think I could fail from that, but I did. Huh. It's not like the cards that I sideboarded out would have been hits besides key. Like, I wouldn't really want to hit Kappa, Karn. Yeah, I don't think I've ever fizzled before playing this deck, so that's kind of crazy to me. But maybe I've been running hot. I think for the most part, you would normally always win on that turn there. Yeah, I mean, I hit a bunch of cards that I boarded in that don't progress my combo plan. So, like, there's that. But like I said, the cards I boarded out don't really progress my combo plan either. So, like, I needed to hit any more. I had 3 Metamorphs, 4 POs, 2 Jewels, a Restoration, a Tinker, a Demonic Tutor, Time Walk, a Key, Sensei's Top, Soul Guide Lantern. There's a lot of rebuys. Nice deck. I guess this is... God, this is so bad. I don't know if you can keep this hand, because like I have to play Tormod's Crypt on turn 1, right? And then this is too liable to get countered. Or unmasked or griefed. And then I have no action. It's like too much land in this hand. I think you have to put this hand back. Like, if they simply have a single piece of interaction, this hand just fizzles, right? Oh. It's lands and spells. Just not enough spells. I have to mull this hand, I think. I feel like there are plenty of hands that are better. I'm also on the play, so you have things like Needle, Defense Grid, Trinosphere, turn 1 PO hands. I'm gonna mull it. This hand. So what does this hand put back? PO? Or does it put back Tomb? Puts back PO. I don't actually have like super good Tinker targets, but I have Jewel, so. Okay. I think this mulligan was good. My opponent kept 7, though, so time to find out. I like the mulligan. I think it's not an easy hand to put away, but I think you're supposed to. This deck can be pretty painful, yeah. Not stretching, I just sat down. What are you doing? Come on now. Oh man, I'm so sad about game 2. I thought we had that one locked up. All right, Canister, show me your hand. What do you got? Maybe, you know, at some point. All right, opponent has 1 vigor. Okay, well, that means I can cast Ancestral. Okay, now I can Tinker. Or I could Forge and bait. If I Tinker, I just get a Jewel, which they have to probably do something about anyways. I don't have anything. I have no Tinker targets that are not Jewel, Forge, or Vault Key. That's how I decided to build the deck. You could obviously play those kind of Tinker targets, but Kappa is not in the deck. I still have enough to play Forge after, right? I'll go down to 2. Yeah, so I'm going to just Tinker for Jewel and see what they do. Maybe he'll just concede thinking I have a Sphinx. I almost put a God Pharaoh statue in my deck. It was close. See if he vigors in response to this. No. That worked out well for me. Not well for me, because now he can vigor in response to Metamorph. So I have to go for Forge. I don't think I have enough mana to play Jewel because I don't have Metalcraft. It's kind of unfortunate. I'm surprised I didn't get Vigored in response, but it is what it is. I guess I'm just going to get ranched. Not much I can do about it. I mean, if I draw some mana... man. Just terrible draw. Just terrible draws. Just fucking terrible draws. Yeah. I'm just so fucked. Yeah, I drew like shit. I drew so bad. I mean, the first draws were very good. The Ancestral into Black Lotus was very good. I mean, if I had a Sphinx, I probably couldn't lose this game, right? So it's probably my own fault for bad deck building. At least now they gave me something I can metamorph. That was very nice of them. A little late on the 3-ball there. I would have loved a 3-ball off the first one. I think I just metamorph as a hollow one. This costs so much life. I'm just so dead. This is so tilting. I need to draw a Workshop off the top so I can hit Jewel. Maybe I was supposed to put a Sphinx or a Robot in my deck. I would have just Stone won the game if I had a Sphinx or a Robot in my deck. I just didn't feel like it was necessary. And honestly, it hasn't really felt necessary here. Like in game 1, in game 2, I felt like very likely to win and I fizzled. And in this game 3, I think there's like a lot of sequences there where I just draw too many good cards and win. So like, I don't know. I still don't think it's necessary to have a Robot or a Sphinx in my deck. I just feel like I hit the really bad side of variance. I don't know. Like, my opponent's going to Dredge here, and I'm just going to lose, right? Like, there's so many things I could hit off of this Jewel that weren't Jewels and Metamorphs. Like, I could hit Tormod's Crypt, I could hit Needle, I could hit Kate. Like, there's so many things I could hit. Oh, it's very easy to fit in my sideboard. Like, my sideboard's not that good. I just don't think it's necessary. It just seems like complete overkill for a matchup that you should already be winning. Like, I think you're winning in all the matchups where you want that, besides maybe Bug, where you might want a Sphinx, I guess. Ah, he hit Golgari Grave Troll. That's not good. Hit a Chill. I'm at 7. Hasn't hit an Archamoeba. Okay. They have an Icarid now, though. I have to fucking block here, so I'm not even getting closer to Metalcraft. I just have to hit Workshop to play Jewel. That's it. No, I think Dredge seems really good for me. Like, both game 1 and game 2 weren't very close, and I just should have probably easily won, right? Workshop. Defense Grid. I'm very dead here. I'm so dead. I drew another Vigor? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. Yeah, but like I said, I've never fizzled before. I've absolutely just never fizzled before. So I was very surprised to fizzle. I still think I win this game if I draw a Workshop. If I draw a Workshop, I think we win this game still. Like, I still have draw 6. I guess I don't have draw 6 because I'll be going to 2. So maybe not. I have to draw Workshop, though. 4 draws in 43. Saga. Saga's so fucking bad, man. Yeah, I mean, we got pretty unlucky here, I would say. Not much to do. But I mean, like I said, this could have been a win if I had constructed my deck differently. If I had just put a Robot in the deck or a Sphinx in the deck, it was probably just free win. I didn't have one, so I don't know. I don't know. All right, here we go. Round 2, Vintage Challenge up against Medivh on aggro shops. So we're looking for the most explosive on the play hand we can possibly find. This is not it, so we're going to mulligan. This is it, so we're going to try to combo. So if we go Workshop, Soul Ring, Key looks real good here. Key, Sack Key, Lotus, Tinker, Jewel, Tinker Kappa. What if we go Black Lotus, Demonic Tutor, doesn't look good. We can Demonic Tutor off of our Jewel, so yeah. Black Lotus, cast. Moonsilver Key, putting up some good work right now. This will leave me with 1 blue floating. So I could even Demonic for Ancestral. Tinker. I cut the Prisms. We could even go Forge, but I think it's worse than just going Jewel. Jewel. Yep. This. So if I make 4 mana, and then I get up to 6 mana, right? 4 mana, 6 mana. Jewel. Forge. So now I'm stuck. I can Demonic and have 1 black floating and do something. I could just Demonic for a Soul Ring. I could Demonic for an Ancestral for next turn. I could just Demonic for Force, but I don't have a blue card. If I had a blue card, I probably would Demonic for Force. I could Demonic for Karn. I could Demonic for Top Key. What if I Demonic for Key? I can't get Soul Ring, that is correct. Demonic for Key. We can't get Lotus. We already got Lotus. I'm thinking Demonic for Key. I don't think we need a Metamorph. We have so much mana, we just need to make sure we can play more stuff next turn. I guess as long as they don't have a Ginger Brute and steal all my things, that would be very bad. Time Walk? Like, if we get the next turn, we don't probably need a turn after that. So I'm thinking we just want cards that put us closer to winning. So, Metamorph, Key. I don't think we need Pio. I'm talking about Manifold Key. Not Moonsilver Key now. Could get Tolarian Academy. Like I said, I would definitely get Force if I had a blue card, which we just don't. I'm gonna get a mana. Well, if they play Revoker on Jewel, I don't think getting Misstep for Ginger Brute is the right play. I think you just accept the fact that if they have a Ginger Brute, we get fucked. Okay, so I think the next, like the most common thing that would wreck us is a Phyrexian Revoker on Jewel. And the best way to beat that would be Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with my gut instinct here and put a Manifold Key in play. I don't really want Academy. I really want to play a Saga next turn. All right, so if my opponent has a Ginger Brute, they would steal both jewels, draw 6 cards, and have 6 mana. So that would be bad. Anything else seems reasonable. Like Sphere is pretty beatable. Trinisphere is pretty beatable. Because the line on Coveted Jewel that never comes up. It's very seldom that you have to pass the turn when you play Jewel, but I mean, it was a turn 1 Jewel with not much follow-up, so... Is it going to be Saga Mox Sphere? Is it going to be Saga... Okay. Soul Ring? Lotus? They're playing their hand. Is it going to be 2 spheres? Like I said, Revoker is the worst thing for us, because Revoker on Jewel is pretty bad. We do have an active Forge next turn. This is another game where we would instantly win if we had a Robot or a Sphinx in our deck, so... I don't know. Play a car? A car would steal our stuff as well. Opponent has a good Workshop hand. Yep, they have a Revoker for Jewel. The good news is if they revoke Jewel, they can't use Jewel, but I don't think that will matter. Oh, they named Key. Doesn't this let you name mana sources? I would name Jewel. That's a good 7-card, 8-card hand right there. I think they're probably now going to die because of what they just did, but I'm okay with that. Maybe we can't kill them through a sphere and they just murder us. It's possible. they did manage to do this. So what I think I'm gonna do is silver key for a mana crypt and then PO. Oh shit. I forgot that costs 1 more. So I have 3 mana, 2 mana, 3 mana, 5 mana, and then I'm stuck. Oh no, we're gonna lose. Fuck. That was bad. That was bad. Maybe we just play a turtle. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we lose our... We give them 9 cards. Maybe I just PO back the jewels so we can't die. If I sack this and then use it to play a mana crypt and then pick up the mana crypt on their turn, right? And then I can still PO. I get a mana crypt. I have 1 mana left. I play a mana crypt. I have 0 mana left. And then I have 5 mana to PO. Why not? 1 mana to get the mana crypt. 1 mana to play the mana crypt. And then I have 5 mana to cast PO. Looks fine. Yeah, I'm aware of that, but I don't want to give them 9 cards. So, like, if I give them 9 cards, they might win the game. I'm gonna do this on their turn because I think I will overdraw. Key, Jewel, Monolith, Mana Crypt, Key. Like, they all come back. I didn't get to play my Saga there, which was pretty bad. I might still lose this game. I think it's possible. So once I play a Cap, I mean, their Saga's going to outsize my Kappa, and they just hit a Ravager off the top. Am I losing this game? Because Opal costs a mana to replay. Why would I pick it up? The other key's in my Karn board. Don't think we're going to be able to get it anytime soon. I think I just lose this game to 1 Sphere Revoker. I guess I don't know. Maybe I fucked up somewhere. I mean, I feel like an idiot because I said their key name was really suspect, but the key name literally protected them from losing. Maybe I couldn't combo through 1 Sphere. I feel like I should have been able to combo through 1 Sphere. I definitely made the wrong play playing the Moonsilver key, but I don't think it was like stopping me from comboing. Was a young maiden who... I think I'm just dead. I think I'm just dead. I can dig, I just can't play anything. Maybe I can use Workshop. I don't know if I want to use Workshop. Maybe I have to use Workshop. I have to use Workshop. Maybe I misplayed this game, but I'm not really sure where. All I know is I must have fucked up royally and not... I just don't know what it was. Trying to find a time walk. I found the Karn, but I guess the Karn might save me, right? But I don't have a I don't have enough mana to play it. The Karn would actually buy me a turn. No, it wouldn't. I would just die to Saga token, right? Yeah, Karn wouldn't even do it. Oh. Okay, so I can probe for a time walk. I must have screwed this game up so badly. I don't know what it was, but something fucked. I must have done something terribly wrong. I guess it makes sense that they would name Manifold Key because I tutored for Key. I must have thrown that game somewhere. I just don't know. All right, on the play versus shops. Is it crazy to want to just cut forces on the play? I just want to cut forces on the play. I just want to kill them. I don't want Soul Guide. I want a Needle. Yo, what's up, Jay? I just want the most explosive turn 1 I can possibly find. Maybe this is wrong. I'm not sure. On the draw, I think I definitely want forces, but on the play, I don't feel like that's what I'm trying to do here. I wonder if I've just like played this whole tournament really badly. It's possible. Let's try. I guess that's a mulligan. Doesn't do anything. I would have to play top, spin top. Sandwich doesn't do anything. It's 1 mana short. If I had a Moxen, then I would obviously have draw 6. If I had a workshop, I would have draw 6. But I just don't have it, so I guess mulligan. Don't worry, I think I am also playing kind of sloppy. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing so badly, but I'm definitely doing something badly. I guess I have to keep this, right? Ancestral draw 3. Or can I mulligan this and try to find something better? I have no fast mana. I have no fast mana, which makes my Academy suck. Is it weird that I think this hand is also bad? I kind of want to just mulligan this. I have London. Man, I'm going to mulligan a hand with an Ancestral. Kind of feels wrong. But yeah, I'm going to mulligan this hand. I guess is what I get, right? Yeah, I mean, this hand doesn't do anything. I have to mulligan it. Okay, maybe I should have just kept. I mean, it's asking for a lot to go right, but yeah, I don't know. I think maybe I'm just playing badly. I mean, they have, what, 4 Wastelands, 4 Revokers? It's not really a thing I can expect to win with. This is the time I wish I had the Voltaic Key in the main, so I could have 2 things if they didn't name Vault. I guess if they don't have a Wasteland, I do get creatures, so... Yeah, because like my whole idea in this matchup is I shouldn't actually have to wait. I should just be able to play turn 1 like so explosive that they can't ever come back. You know, that's the whole idea. Do I hold this? Makes a lot of draws bad. I think so. But maybe that's not the right way to think about it. Like I didn't keep in forces. I mulled like a ton of stuff away. I don't know. I reconfigured my deck so I could try to find a turn one like hand that mate was so good that they could never come back from. And I just didn't find one. And maybe that's a misplay, but that was the idea I had in my head. Like I don't actually have ways to find Hercules. I just have to hope to draw Hercules. So it's not like you're playing PO. I think there was like I didn't have anything happening in the ancestral hand, and there are plenty of dead draws. So I don't think it's unreasonable. Like I think the logic behind what I did makes sense. It didn't really pay off, but I don't know. I've done that a couple times today. It's paid off sometimes. It's not paid off the other times. The way I like lose this. I don't know. The way I view this deck is that they named Time Vault so that I couldn't get one of either key. That's funny. I don't know. The way I view this deck is it's pretty explosive. That's a hell of a draw. That is a very good draw. I mean, like this is what I'm telling you. Like my hand could have easily been my hand could have easily been, you know, 4 Mox and PO. That's just like what this deck does. So yeah. Medivh said I had to go make sure I had to go see if you were playing both types of keys on Twitter. And that's why he named Time Vault. Is the reason he's a powerful grinder. All right, well, my draw 3 was 3 mana. I have a lot of mana now, which means I can draw Coveted Jewels. Not that you really want to play Coveted Jewels into active creatures, but what else we got here? A Ravager, sure. What else? Any spheres? No, more Ravagers. Oh, and that's it. That's the whole hand, nothing but the hand. All right, this is my time. I have outs. I also have a lot of things that just don't do anything. That is not one of them. Do I hold it? Guess so. So 4 Moxen in a row off the top of the library. 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. And currently not dead. I have one more draw. This a ballista? Oh, it's a God Pharaoh statue. In aggro shops? Pog. It's pretty sweet. Maybe not my day. Maybe not my day. I don't know. Like I said, I don't hate what I did. It just didn't work out. Imagine if I like metamorph the statue and then Hercules them. That'd be pretty fun. Let's go back and look at that game. I feel like game 1, I must have done something abysmal. There's no way that I should be losing that game, right? Wait, this is not what I'm looking for. How do I... Why? Oh, here. It was another game. We've had multiple games now where we would just snap win if we had a Tinker target. Maybe the answer is Robot because it's easy to cast in this deck. I don't know. Maybe I just up until now, I have not had the experience that I felt it was necessary to have another Tinker target. All right. So tinkered for Jewel, which is I think is fine. And then I drew into another Jewel. Okay, so I should stop right here. Is there a world where I'm not supposed to play this Jewel and I'm supposed to demonic for... What about demonic for Time Walk? It gives me 3 mana back. Like demonic for Time Walk here? It's certainly an option that I didn't consider. I thought the first thing I should do is draw 3 more cards. Which feels like it's correct. But if I brick here, I brick here, right? And I can't demonic for anything of value. So that's a good reason to... I could even have had demonic for PO. That's not as good, probably. What if I had demonic for Metamorph? Demonic. So here I have 6 mana, and I could demonic Metamorph here, 1 mana floating. Then I have 4 mana, and I would have to hit 2 mana to Jewel. That's not very good. I think the only line I'm really thinking of that I missed was maybe demonicking for Time Walk to give me an extra 3 mana. Which would let me have... I don't even know if that's good, though. Like, this is what happened, right? I drew 3 blanks per se because I used all of my mana, and then I didn't have enough mana to do anything. So I think I needed to take a different line here instead of playing another Jewel. I like everything I did up until then. No problem there. It's just post first Jewel. I can demonic Time Walk, and then on the next turn, I play Crypt. I play a Manolith, and I have 1, 4, 5, 8 mana. So I'm not guaranteed to play 2 Jewels, but I do get to be able to play a land drop. No, I actually think that might have been the line, not me. Like, it's a low roll line for sure. Like, we can't, like, win the game if we... But, like, I draw Ancient Tomb, and then I have 9 mana, which gets me 2 Jewels. No, there's currently no Yogwill. I could play a Yogwill. It's tough. I didn't want to play too many other cards because I didn't want to lower the blue count. I'm thinking Demonic Time Walk may have been the line that I should have considered. It opens up a land drop, and it gives me 3 mana back. Yeah, that's the thing I think I missed here. I think it would be in a much better spot. Like, even if I'm just playing a Saga, like, think of how much better off I am if I have a turn 1 Saga after Time Walking. Yeah, oh, well, I mean, Medivh never plays anything but shops. I just made the assumption that they were on shops, so I was trying to do the most degen thing I could on turn 1. Yeah, I think I probably should have considered Demonic Time. I just I saw I had another Jewel amount of mana, and I played the Jewel, and it feels like that was wrong. Deck's not easy to play. It has high rolls, and it has a very high floor, but it's not easy to play. Here we are, now round 3 of the Vintage Challenge. Looks like we might have to play against Dredge again, though I know Beerus has been experimenting with some other decks, so who knows. But if it's the O2 bracket, Dredge kind of makes sense. So let's see what Beerus is up to these days. It does look like he's double queuing with a Popper PTQ. So we'll see how fast they will play. This hand has turn 1 Forge, turn... Not exactly turn 2 Jewel, but I think it's probably fine. Probably going to keep turn 1 Forge most times. Also, if we draw any more fast mana, we have some strong plays as well. Against Dredge, this hand is a little on the slow side, but we'll see if Beerus is... Okay, it's Dredge. All right, well... We get to put the Dredge matchup to the test, which is good. I haven't played Dredge much in leagues, and I felt like it was an easy matchup, but we did lose the canister, so... All right, show me your secrets. What do you have waiting in that hand of yours? Force of Vigor. Well, that's really good. I mean, I don't have anything other to do other than jam, right? So we jam. Moxen? Oh, we got a Moxen. Very nice. Ooh. Okay. Do we keep Tinker? The problem with keeping Tinker is we can't play it next turn. We're 1 mana short. So I think we get rid of Tinker and look for more fast mana, because if I can hit any fast mana, I will be able to play Jewel on the next turn. Fuck. Okay. So they're also on the Silver Smote Ghoul tech. Not sure how I feel about this configuration of Dredge. But they are going to bring back a ton of shit this turn, so I think we lose. I think we lose because we needed the Mystic Forge to reveal fast mana. Because we're going to take 7 this turn, and then they're going to bring back 4 units. 3 units. Yeah, I guess we are dead unless... Oh, I can't even PO, right? Okay, yeah, I'm dead. Okay. That's pretty fast. So that's some points for them. That's a turn 3 kill for them. Plus a piece of interaction. Technically, Ancient Tomb would be the one that I was looking for there. All right, so we're playing against Silver Smoke Ghoul deck again. We're going to bring in Needle, Cage, Lantern, Crypt, Defense Grid. And then we're going to take out Karn, Island, Misstep, Kappas, because they're not very good in this matchup. And then I took out, what, 1 key last time? Seems reasonable. Let's try that. I'm not sure about that Winota, though, not me, because how hard is it to cast that card? It seems like it's impossible to cast that card. Because this deck functions without the land, This happens a lot in Vintage. Basically, you build decks with extra lands in them because you need extra lands to beat workshops. But the deck totally functions on less lands. So if they're not playing against workshops, you typically can board out a land. PO Trinisphere, huh? This hand is a mold of 5. It's not a bad mold of 5. But if they have a hollow, if they have force of will. This is only bad if they have force of will. Yeah, so actually in the last league I played, I didn't even have the island in the deck at all. So it's definitely superfluous. I just expected to play against more workshop aggro and bug and those kind of decks in a challenge compared to a league. All right, I'm going to keep it. Maybe it's sus, but my opponent has to have exactly force of will in their opening hand. And they kept the 7 without mulliganing, so do they have Bazaar and force of will and blue card? No. All right, so this is good because my opponent will have to try to play through this using their graveyard, and then we have a follow-up Lantern. Yeah, Wasteland's pretty reasonable, but it's not like, I don't think it's the end of the world. It's pretty bad, but it's not the end of the world, I think. So this is pretty good because if they discard one Dredger, then I can hit it with Soul Guide. Do they have a Street Wraith? Oh my god. They just activate. Oh. I think they're going to Street Wraith in response to my Soul Guide Lantern. Oh, also we can't play these Metamorphs because they're bugged. Which may cost us the game. These Metamorphs are bugged, so we won't actually be able to play them. All right, so if I think my opponent has Street Wraith, do I hit the Prized Amalgam? No, I'm still supposed to hit the stupid Sinkweed Imp. All right, they didn't have Street Wraith. Okay, so I would say we would be extremely winning if there wasn't the Trinisphere bug, because I would probably make more lanterns. But unfortunately, we don't have the ability to play these Metamorphs. It feels a little awkward to file for comp when I knew about the bug beforehand, but oh shit. Okay, never mind. It didn't come up. We're fine. Basically, when there's a Trinisphere in play, spells have to cost at least 3. So what you can do is pay 2 life and pay 3 mana for a Metamorph, and you should be able to cast it. Unfortunately, Magic Online doesn't agree, and it doesn't let you do that. Doesn't matter, because I don't have a mana anymore, so we might just lose. The good news is they don't have a black creature right now. Oh, now they have a black creature. They had Force of Vigor. Their hand had double Force of Vigor. Looks like we're going to die under our own 3-ball unless we draw another workshop. Though, if we draw another workshop, they have a Grave Troll? That's bad for the home team. Oh, we did. Maybe we need Tabernacle. Man, I'm just gonna never win a match this challenge, huh? I didn't even get to play my Metamorph and file for comp. I'm just taking L's all over the place. That would have been a pretty good one to play with the 3-ball and the workshop still in play. Jeez, that would have been game winning. That one would have actually won the game. My opponent would have had to actually just like draw 3 wastelands or something. I mean, this deck is basically more powerful KCI. KCI would have lost the amount of Force of Vigors we were playing against it today. I don't really think I like this Dredge build, though. Not sure. Rob me of silver, they rob me of gold. Jeez. It do be like that. Exactly this time. We were the lowest ranked player in round 4, and there were an odd number of players, so we got the bye. Here we are. It's been a little while. Twitch chat and I just experienced vintage win traders, where I got paired up and the queue got declined, and then they paired me up versus an account where they didn't want to play, so they held me in queue for 25 minutes as they win traded while we were in queue. I have since posted on Twitter. I hope if you have a Twitter, you would go check that out and maybe a retweet and try to get this to Wizards' attention. It's very much becoming an issue right now in vintage leagues on Magic Online. Vintage players just can't play matches. So, anyways, we're back in this disaster of a vintage challenge where we got a bye, and we are now playing against Odorous, Ghost, Empire. This hand doesn't really do anything. It does technically like play a key, get a bunch of mana, but like I could key for a jewel, but I don't have enough mana to really play the jewel right away. I'd rather just find a better hand than this. Yeah, this is a better hand. I think I'm just gonna get rid of the Pio. So we have a nice Ancient Tomb top key on turn 1, and then we have, are we playing a mirror? Our hand is not even remotely set up to be good enough in the mirror. Doesn't look like we're gonna get to go to turn 2 here unless we draw Force. So instead of playing a key, what I think I'm gonna do is spin my top and try to find a Force for their jewel. It's gonna be bad if I don't find one. I did find one. So that's good. We are still pretty far behind, but I could maybe draw into my Saga? I'm assuming this is a mirror if they play Grim Monolith Workshop. I don't think there are any other decks right now in Vintage that are playing Grim Monolith in Workshop. So it makes me think they're probably going to jam a jewel here. This is funny. We keep playing these really fun decks, and Ghost copies which deck we're going to play, and then we all end up in the OX bracket. Oh, poor Ghost. I keep scamming him. Oh, it's too funny. Oh, poor. Oh, it's so funny. Poor guy. Oh, they had Force plus Jewel. Well, at least he's gonna kill us again. Last time we played, it was an aggro KCI mirror in last week's challenge, and I also lost that mirror. So, well, I'm pretty happy with how I played this game. I think the mulligan choices I made were correct, and I played to my out of having a Force on top of my library. So, at least somebody gets to do the coveted jewel thing. I'm really coveting their jewels right now, though. It's very rude to jewel without me. That's why I haven't won any matches, man. I just disobeyed, you know. Uh, I figure we should let at least somebody experience. Oh boy. Yeah, they're going off. It's a lot of mana. I'm a little jealous. It really is. It's that's the reason I've been trying it. I do think it's legitimately one of the best and fastest goldfish decks I found. And you still get to play Force. All right, I will concede there though. It's not really worth playing out when my opponent has 20 cards in hand. Like if you don't have permission, you turn 2 a lot. If our opponent doesn't have permission, you get a lot of turn 2 kills. I think for this, I'm just going to bring in Hercules instead of Kappa Cannoneer. It's not really the matchup for Kappa Cannoneer. I do think the deck is good. I think today was a rough day, but that's called Magic. Excuse me. You heard nothing. I might play the 3 a.m. challenge tonight. It's possible. I don't have any commitments for tomorrow, but we'll see. Like I said, I don't usually can't. I don't I don't guarantee those ones. Where? My opponent says he needs the top 32 real bad. Yeah, this mirror, not ideal. Have you? I don't think we've had a saga go off in 4 rounds. I don't know about saga. Saga might just be no good. All right, this is a force checker. I like this. So I think here I go Saga, Volt, Lotus, Jewel. Because if I have to play, I guess I don't have to play a land, right? I could go Lotus, Vault, Key. Lotus, Vault, Key. Lotus, 2 mana. Vault, 5 mana. Key, 4 mana. 6 mana exactly. So I technically could not play a land drop. And the cost would be using my key. But that would let me draw into Workshop or Academy. So I think that actually makes sense then. So I think I'm going to go Lotus, Vault, Key. I guess that plays into Misstep pretty badly, but... My opponent has mulled pretty aggressively here. So I wonder. I'm not 100% sure if you're supposed to go Saga, Vault, Lotus, Jewel, or go Lotus, Vault, Key, Untap, Jewel. But I think I like the idea of not playing my land drop in case I draw a Workshop and a Jewel off of Jewel. So... yeah, okay. I think I'm just gonna take the Time Walk with the Saga. No, I think I'm just gonna take the Time Walk with the... I'm just gonna take the Time Walk with the Workshop so that next turn I PO and I have enough mana to replay Jewel. Or I could play an Ancient Tomb, cast PO, 1 mana floating, play Vault. No, that's not very good, unless I hit a Moxen. Just gonna take the Time Walk. Last time I was sad I didn't take the Time Walk, so this time I'm going to. I don't think I really want a Saga. I think the game should end next turn, so I kind of want to just put in as much mana as possible. Looks like my opponent conceded. Fair enough. Let's see what I would have drawn. I would have drawn a Mystic Forge. That would definitely have rewarded me for having a Workshop. Yeah, that probably wins. Looks like a turn 1 kill. So we get our opponent back on that one. It's just 2 people firing their lasers. It's a what's the called when it's the Wild West and it's a duel. Open starting hands, take 3 paces back. Whoever fires first wins. It kills Collector Oof without needing a blue source. This one's no good. Not enough mana. This one is no good. Maybe I keep it just on the back of Force. It's kind of an interesting idea. I should probably have boarded out this island. I don't need an island in this matchup at all. I don't know why I forgot about it. I should have taken out this island so I could have kept in Cannoneer. Now there's another blue spell. That was pretty bad. I am going to keep this hand just on the back of having a Force. I think being on the draw and having a Force is just too good to pass up. This matchup is heavily dependent on fast combo and permission, so I want to at least have one. Lotus Workshop, Jewel. What do we got? Ancestral. I'm just gonna force Ancestral. I don't want them to like be missing mana and draw into mana kind of thing. I have nothing anymore, but hopefully my opponent also has nothing. Oh god, is it Tinker? Oh no, their hand was Black Lotus, Ancestral Recall, Mox Jet, Tinker? Well, shit. Coveted Jewel time? Guess they got to Ancestral into 3 mana anyways. Metamorph? Oh no! We are not the superior Jewel player. We are not the superior Jewel player. We have been defeated in the arena of Jewels. The deck is so strong. It's a wee bit fragile, but the deck is pretty sweet. What are they gonna do? Get a Metamorph? Are they gonna get a PO? Oh shit! Yeah, yeah. That's a good tutor target. That's a good tutor target. All right, this is this is too much for me. All right. I am definitely done with this deck for today. I have to play one more round to do data, but I don't think I will stream any more of this. So I do think the changes we made during the tournament make sense to me. So what I did was I cut a second key, which wasn't even bad today, but it wasn't amazing, and then got rid of the island. Instead, I'm playing a Seagate Restoration as another blue card and a blue source land. And also, I'm putting a Blightsteel in the main. This way, I have a Tinker target that's not Coveted Jewel for those times where it makes more sense to put a robot in play than get a Jewel. I do, like I said, I do think this deck is strong. I do think this deck underperformed today. I do think I underperformed today a little bit as well. So I think it's a little here, a little there. I don't know if I'll play this deck again immediately, but I think it's a deck you should be aware of and a deck that maybe you want to try because it is really fun to play. And things being really fun to play definitely does matter. If you made it to the end of this video where I did not win any matches of Magic again, I really appreciate that. Liking, commenting, and subscribing on YouTube are all free actions you can take to help me grow the channel. Those kind of things I appreciate. Also, if you're on Twitter, if you can go check out my Twitter and retweet the tweet I did today about the win trading problem that's happening in Vintage Leagues right now. I need to get as many eyes on that as possible, so hopefully someone at Wizards, at Magic Online, sees it and can make corrective actions because it is a serious problem right now in Vintage Leagues, and I'd like to get it resolved. I will see you in the next video.